Hey guys, SPiEkY here with another ranked game commentary. This time we got movn against pogo5. Kind of looking like it might be a little one-sided, but we'll see. movn playing full faction Sundered Lands against full faction Forglar. Starting off with that Varo Howler. Just kind of taking that font, cheap deploy. I'm not entirely sure what movn's playing. He might be playing a beast deck. Let's get that grid up, why not? There's the Aggro Deep. Decent font capper. Scrying like there's no tomorrow, of course. Once again, we're going to be ignoring global chat. Oh, there's the tardigrade with his void shield, defensive turtle, decent amount of health, super cheap, regen. He's nice. There's the muck dragon, clamp, Poxnora, pretty cheap, good health to Nora ratio. With banner out, it's better than 1-to-1. Plus 3 defense, that's pretty nice. He's only 5 speed, but he's flying, so it's not too bad. Now there's the SPiEkY Herder. He's got boost beast. Now this might be like a beast sand deck. I think it might just be beasts though. Well, obviously with the exception of the herder here. Since he's a SPiEkY and not a beast, decidedly, but he's got boost beast, so that's how he. Yep. You probably already understand how he fits into the deck. I really probably don't need to explain it at this point. I mean, that muck dragon though is not going to be able to make it into the font. He's too slow. Won't even be able to contest. He does have this auger here that he can kind of at least threaten to move up. I suppose if he really wants to, he could leap over to there. Kind of threaten his way to bouncing on over to that font or some shit. That would have been an interesting move. There's the Bog Hopper Toad. And I think he might be playing some level of poison deck. And of course the auger fits into that because of slam. You get a poison cloud on up and then you slam that, you slam your unwitting victim through. There's another tardigrade. These guys are real tanky. They take quite a bit to take down. So I mean that muck dragon's not going to be getting in that font anytime soon. And it's going to start getting wailed on pretty hard. There's the manticore. Now, he's a beast, but he also has a lot of sand-related stuff. He's got Grant Trail and Sand Spray, and well, I guess he just otherwise is a decent enough thing. I mean, he still fits into general beasts, but I mean, I'm just thinking there might be a twinge of like an underlying sand theme. Boom, smacking him back. Not enough to actually, do any extra damage or anything, but enough to move him on over and get him shocked and, do some damage. It's something, I guess. There's the poison elemental, so I mean, I'm pretty sure this is some level of poison deck that Pogo here is running. Deciding to just ignore the font completely with that muck dragon. Moving up instead to try and take out either that herder or that howler. I'm not entirely sure which one he's going for. Oh, there's the poison trap that would have been shadow spawned, except that that Varo Howler has detection. Even though it's only rank 1, that's well within range. There goes that. Now he's probably going to start once again, or will continue wailing on that muck dragon. Yep. He's going to get the sand spray. There he is, moving the tardigrade on up. I mean, he's not doing, a whole bunch of damage with each attack, but he's doing enough that it is doing damage. That is the Elecroc. So I mean, it's pretty beast heavy deck. Good lord. I mean, he's only got that 3 health left. I mean, he can smack one of these guys one time. But I mean, eventually that DOT will kill him. I mean, even if he were to like try and run away or something, he's done for. But he does still have these guys that he can bring in. Start doing shit like that, the poison cone. And if he were to try and throw down a poison cloud over there, he'd kill his own guy. So he's not going to be doing that. But he is going to keep smacking that Varro Howler, I suppose. Now he could try and run away, I suppose, with that muck dragon to like there. But I mean, he's still dead. In fact, he's better off as a roadblock there. Because movn's not going to want to attack him next turn. He's dead anyways. But if he's there and he's in the way, then he's not going to have much of a choice. He's going to have to hit it just to get it the hell out of the damn way. Now he's probably going to use his howling attack this next turn. I'm just not sure what he's going to be using it on. He might use it on the auger there. Just because slam is kind of annoying as hell. He might use it against the toad. Because he's kind of a badass. But he's probably going to use it against the auger. He's got the most damage. He's primed for a double tap. Good dunk. There goes the muck dragon. There's another one, of course. Freshly deployed. Now he's going to have to start going for his next target here. Looks like he may be going for the poison elemental. Deploying the sundered phoenix there. And then there's the beast herder, which is kind of like kind of similar to that zombie herder ability, except kind of shittier. He's bringing the Varro Howler on back because he knows if he gets into that font zone, he can start getting a regen on it. Start healing it back on up. The Elecroc starting to be ready to move on in. Good lord. So there's the poisonous fumes. Now he may be getting ready to try and slam that herder through that one space that he's got. I mean, he should have just moved on up and given himself a better AoE of it, like right there or some shit. Or even there. And then bounce on over and kind of smack the dudes through. I mean, that Howler's dead, so he doesn't have to worry about that. A single smack from that auger, and that herder's dead. Kaboom. Which killed that because he lost boost. but these tardigrades are already starting to get resistance poison. He's got 3 now, and he's got 2. There's a revolting Fentech. Good lord. Just passing that out like candy, huh? Oh, that's different. Good lord. I don't like that. That's kind of a huge AoE to be given vulnerability poison. I mean, it's just the closest thing, I guess. It's not too bad, but that's still... that's a good little ways. It looks like the poison elemental is his chosen target, as it were. Moving in to smack the toad as well, apparently, with the Phoenix. He's got the rebirth nonsense with the acidic reading, which I think that's still, I think that double procs like that. I'm not sure, actually. Now he can move in with that Elecrock and start smacking that toad. But I'm not sure that that's the best move, because that would put him right in the middle of that poison nonsense. There's a spell, there's a hive, so there goes the poison elemental. Because there he's taking the physical damage and then the acid damage. And he goes bye-bye. Of course, meanwhile, the Muck Dragon also gets hit by that. Leaving the Elecrock back there, apparently, just for now. Kind of, sort of puppy guarding the font, I suppose. Just making sure that he's aware that he doesn't even have to swing on in his unit. Yada yada. There's Monsoon. I mean, these guys are resistant now to a lot of that crap. And that's interesting, he's got vulnerability poison and resistance poison 3, so I think he is only reducing damage by a little bit, because I'm not sure which order they do that. It might actually, he might be reducing by quite a bit, but obviously it would still be doing quite a bit because it'd be getting effectively boosted. Like if it does the vulnerability first and has the damage go up, and then gets rid of 50% of that number, as opposed to getting rid of 50% of the base damage and then, you know, increasing that damage by 40% sort of situation. I'm not sure what the order is. Boom, there's that. Another acidic reading. There's the sand spray. I think he probably should have moved in a little bit, but you know, whatever. Moving in with the Elecrock finally. The banner being dropped there. Gonna take out that Muck Dragon probably, if I had to guess as to what's going on here. Which, he doesn't really have the damage necessarily to kill that Muck Dragon. Now he could try for the crushing charge on the tardigrade and see if he can bounce that Muck Dragon into that wall. I mean, he's flying, so it wouldn't do anything in that sense, but you know, whatever. There's the Dunewalker's mantle on the Phoenix there. So between that attack and aura and scoured there, that toad's dead. Kaboom. Zogger here is kind of hurting, as well as the muck dragon. I mean, movn's in a pretty good spot here. He's got good board presence. He's got this font down here. He's had it for ages. So I mean, he's out Nora-genning Pogo. He's just one by one picking off his champs, which is generally a good move to do there. See, now you put down the poison cloud and then vortex them through. And then leaped away, I suppose. Deciding to just back up with the muck dragon and move the Fentech on in instead. Oh, of course, that'd be the catalyst. And there's reverberating blast, triggering defensive turtle on both the tardigrades, as well as stunning them. He's got the Drake Tooth rifle on that manticore, apparently. Pinging that auger up there. Might go for the AoE real quick. Yeah, quick AoE would kill like a well-placed oh shit, he doesn't have anything that can actually hit all three of those guys. I mean, if you had a Burning Sands, you can take out the auger and the muck dragon. And then that Fentech, it's, you know, eventually it's just going to be toast. I mean, the DOT alone will kill it. Oh, there we go. Between the DOT and the Lasher Helm, he's dead. Kaboom. Now there's Lasher Helm on that muck dragon. So he's not going to bother attacking that muck dragon necessarily, unless he just wants to board wipe entirely. Backing up the auger into that shrine zone so we can get that heal. I assume that's why he backed that up, and well, also obviously to keep it out of range of a lot of these guys. He does have that Drake Tooth rifle attack though, that he'll still he won't quite be able to reach now with the Dune Manicore, because that spot right there that he won't be able to actually go to. I mean, distance wise he's fine, but it's just not happening. There's the crushing charge on that. Moving the Lasher Helm to the revolting Fentech. Oh, there's the poison trap on that. Crushing charge in with the tardigrade. Moving on up. So he's probably saving those moves for, you know, basically this type of power turn sort of thing. Smacking that Fentech for lots of damage. Got Snog V down, of course. Yeah, he's not too bad, cost-wise, 92. I mean, he was what, he's only, what, like 91 for the same build, so, I mean, he only went up one damn Nora. Or was he 89? If he was 89, he still only went up like 3, so, I mean, whatever, fuck it, man. Oh, and there's the game, which, I mean, that was probably, gonna happen eventually there. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope to find, hoping I can find some better games like, Tiny and Markoth or some shit, or, Reaper and someone, or, just generally the players that are good. I always end up with these games where it's like, well, one of these players is good, and the other one's not bad, I suppose. And it's generally not interesting to watch because the entire game's, one-sided, but, whatever. I'll see you guys next time.